Welcome back to the maxstabeats channel. Today we've got the boy Segway on. Now this guy is the king of nemz beats. Segway's type beat channel has over 10k subscribers, with some of his nemz beats reaching hundreds of thousands of views. As well as the type beat channel, Segway has recently been blowing up with a Nemzzz Onefour Drake remix that he did. I'm gonna play a little snippet for you here. You've probably heard it on TikTok. To cap all this off, Segway also has a few unreleased songs with Nemzzz himself, which hopefully will be dropping very soon. But anyway, that's enough waffle from me. Let me introduce my boy Segway. Segway, how are we, bro? I'm gonna get you to introduce yourself first off.
Alright, what's up, y'all? My name's Segway. I'm 20 and I'm from the San Francisco Bay Area, California.
So the first thing I want to ask you, let's talk about this fancy spinning remix. Did you know when you made it that it was gonna be, you know, what it became? Do you think it was something special, or was it just another fun little remix?
You know what? Nah. From time to time, I make like little remixes to like a hobby or some shit. Because with these kind of like nemz type beats, it's really all about like simplicity, and that's why I think like using acapellas like I did with the fancy spinning remix is a really good way for most people to like structure beats and shit, and that's just really what I was doing. I didn't really think too much of it.
Actionable step right there. Go get some acapellas when you're making beats and use that shit. Alright, cool. So my next question, which leads on very nicely from what we were just talking about, how did it actually end up on streaming platforms? Did they reach out to you?
Yeah, so Onefour's manager actually reached out to me first. They sent me a DM on IG. At this point, it had like 50-60k posts, and it was growing really rapidly. So Onefour wanted to jump on that train. They were pretty much asking me some information about the sample. They were asking me if I just took that straight from the master, which I have done. And at that point, they raised the idea of me trying to create an interpolation of that. So this is where the crazy part comes in, right? And I know obviously you're also in Kavi Sonic's Discord as well. I happen to chat in there a lot. That was like the first place I went to. I just like hopped in there, just seeing who was in general chat in that Sonic's Discord. And I was like, hey yo, I got a little placement opportunity. Do you think anyone in chat can remake the melody from Drake's Fancy? And the first guy to see that just so happened to be Ryan. Literally like what, 15-20 minutes later, he sent me a little screen recording of what he did. I don't remember what PST he used exactly, but I think it was like No 40 from Contact or some shit. True. I forgot what preset exactly, but he used something off of there, and it sounded so much like the actual sample. I'm just like, damn, send me that. Let's break down Fancy. Oh shit, they're gonna love that. The TikTok audio, it starts off with a little DJ scratch right here. And then I use AI stem splitters to get the actual like melody by itself, and this is what it sounds like off of that.
That's fire. Did you use fader?
Yeah, I also use fader for this.
That's what's up.
And then let's get to the actual drums. This is a stomp from the Saint 6 kit, and then this is a kick along with that stomp. And then when you put those sounds together, you get this.
Yeah, the mix is really nice. Did you end up EQing any of the stomp, like the bass frequencies of the stomp, or did you just leave it, both of them, how they were?
Pretty much, if you look on my master channel, right, you'll see something called an expander. And this is the equivalent of having a Fruity Soft Clipper on your master. This is kind of what it does here.
On top of the kick and stomp, it's super simple, right? There's like, what, 6, maybe 7 sounds?
Yeah. So apart from the kick and the stomps, you got the snap, and then you got the Zaytoven chant, and then you got what's a sexy drill box, and then you got the triangle that plays at the start, the very start of it. Sounds really fire combined with that little kick stomp. Maybe towards like 4th or 5th bar, I have this little like shaker thing, and that is the one that creates like the bounce in this beat. All together with the little nemz vocal, you get this.
Good level in, great sound selection even. Like the sounds that you chose are what really makes the beat, right?
Sir, the sound selection, sample selection, and then not a lot of people talk about this, but acapella selection too.
Alright boys, sorry to interrupt the video, but I had to quickly let you know, if you want these drum sounds and the drum sounds and mixer presets Segway uses in all of his nemz type beats, go ahead and click the first link in the description or the pinned comment. Myself, Segway, and Ryan have got a little stash there for you guys. Click the link, put in your email, and we'll send it straight to your inbox. Go ahead and get that downloading while you watch the rest of this video, because we've still got a lot of gems to cover. Segway's going to be telling you guys exactly how to blow up your type beat channel like he's done with his, and he's going to be breaking down his most popular beat, which has almost 500,000 views. let's get into it. Your type beat channel is where everything kind of first started, so can you just run me through the process and the timeline of starting your type beat channel to getting it to where it is now?
I actually started a lot earlier than most people realize, but I started in late 2022, early 2023. Actually, I had an older channel before this one that I'm currently on right now. I was literally just making what I wanted to every single day, which obviously is really creatively fulfilling, and I think everyone should do that at least one point in their life. However, when you're trying to build that kind of online presence, it's always more important to stick to that, one specific lane and master what works and what makes you pop off specifically. That way you could just tunnel in and just envision in that.
Speaking of lanes, bro, like especially with you being from the States, I'm interested, how did you even come to find out about, the chill drill UK type of scene? Like, how did you even find your lane, basically?
I find out a guy called Nemzzz. Now this guy probably changed the rest of the trajectory from here, because I listened, I think it was either Alpha House or Home I listened to for the first time, but oh my god, it was really different than what I was typically used to with the drill sound. And as soon as I heard that, I wanted to recreate something like that so bad that I spent maybe the next month or two trying to master that sound, take different loops, study the patterns and stuff like that.
I guess it's easy to be consistent when it's music that you actually love to make. A lot of people just start a type beat channel because, Gunna's got a hot song right now, let me make a Gunna channel, when they don't even really like Gunna or listen to Gunna. They'll start a channel for an artist that they don't really fuck with, and then they wonder why they don't want to be consistent. But if you really fuck with the music, I'm sure you'll agree it's way easier to be consistent.
100%, bro. The worst thing you can do is make a type beat channel off of TikTok hype, or make a type beat channel off of just like whatever hype. Like, that's not gonna last you a while. If you make a channel and actually like the music, stick to that shit. Like, it's literally just going to get addicting because you love it so much.
So do you make a beat every single day, or do you schedule it? Do you make like 3 beats in a day, schedule them out, and then not make anything the next day, or do you just make a beat like every single day? How far ahead are you on YouTube uploads, basically?
I usually try to make at least 2 to 3 beats every single day. So if I make 3 beats a day, that's literally 3 days worth of uploads. I can just schedule the first beat I made today, and then the next 2 beats the next 2 days after, and then that cycle goes on. I have all like my beats right now. I literally have everything scheduled until like February right now. And it's what, mid-December?
That's insane, bro. A lot of producers have never even got to that point, and I guess it gives you that freedom. When you're feeling inspired, you work, and then when you're not inspired, you take a little breath, take a little breather, go on holiday, do whatever, and you're still being consistent, posting. Like, people wouldn't even assume you're not making beats at that specific day.
And that's really what I enjoy about like scheduling stuff ahead. That way, if I'm not feeling inspired, I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna take a little breather day. But I will say though, don't take too many breather days and have a bunch of beats scheduled, because at that point, I feel like for me personally, when I've done too many breather days, yeah, I know I do have a lot of beats scheduled, but sometimes when I do that shit, I just be like getting fucking lazy sometimes, Jared.
Yeah, bro, I definitely hear you on that. Like, it's super easy to get complacent. But I think now it's time to jump in and break down your most popular YouTube type beat from time.
So basically, this intro right here is pretty much the whole chorus here, except I exported it to one audio file and put tons of reverb on it. Shout out to Valhalla Supermassive, one of the best reverb plugins I use right now, but I have my own preset for this shit. But pretty much the mix is at almost all the way up, and this is what it sounds like off of that.
For those that don't know, sample is Drake's From Time.
I took the sample, stemmed it through fader.com, and I got the piano and the vocal by itself with a little tape effect at the beginning of it. I'll play that.
Alright, so let's get into the drums. The drums actually look super simple. A lot of these Nemzzz beats do have super simple drums.
Yeah, these beats are really, really simple. I got the hi-hat, and then I got the clap, and then this 808. Now the 808 is just literally a normal spins, but with a lot of the high end, it's just taken out of it. It's just a normal spins 808. It might look a little different because I'm on Logic, but I'll try to translate it in the best way I can for FL Studio users, because obviously everybody uses FL. Now, This right here, bad effects, is literally just Logic's version of Freak Soft Clipper. If you're on Logic, you already know what this is, but this overdrive kind of acts like an EQ. I'll play the 808 without this stuff real quick. It sounds really dull, bland. Like a normal spins 808. With the overdrive, takes out a lot of the highs from that. And then, I don't use kicks on a lot of my beats these days, but in the earlier ones, I used to use a lot of kicks.
The kick's definitely not punching too crazy, but you can definitely hear it there. What is your process when arranging these like Nemzzz type of beats?
With sample type beats, I was able to get the piano and vocal individually like separated. I'm basically arranging my beats just by taking off different sounds from the melody and stuff like that. Like in the main verse, well, not the main verse, but like the first verse, I don't have any vocals on this at all. But then in the chorus, that's when I bring, you know, the vocals back in. I pretty much take off, remove sounds, just like the basic rules of thumbs for like, you know, arrangement and stuff. Subtle changes, then it's not too big of a change, but it's just letting you know that it's coming into like the next section. Pretty much.
That's basically the whole beat, right?
Yep, pretty much.
Alright, to round it off, Segway, I've got one final question for you, my bro. If you could only give one singular piece of advice to someone who's just starting their type beat channel, other than, you know, be consistent, what would it be? I
mean, the first half of it is already kind of what we talking about. Pick shit that you actually like doing. When you pick that stuff that you actually like to do, stick to that every single time. Don't try to stray away from that shit. Like, don't be posting Nemzzz type beats on your channel and then post Detroit type beats the next day. Like, that's not going to work for you, man. Anytime is the perfect time. All you need to do is just like pick shit that you actually like doing and stick to that for probably a while, and at some point you're just pretty much guaranteed to take off from there.
100%, bro. And with that, we're at the end of the video. I appreciate you guys for watching the full thing. Make sure you go follow my Instagram, and don't forget to go get that little stash pack. It's on the top link of the description and in the pinned comment. Appreciate you lot. Catch you in a bit.